MLB Network is your exclusive home for postseason baseball. It's Game 1 of the National League Division Series between the Chicago Cubs and the Los Angeles Dodgers. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian welcoming you to our exclusive postseason coverage on MLB Network. With me is Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. And Dan, we'll start with you. This series has the feel of one that's about to get very interesting.
Looking at these two squads, it's clear both of them have several guys that can hurt you with a bat. It's not just the middle of the order guys that you have to look out for as a pitcher. So the team that gets the timely hitting and quality at bats is probably going to prevail.
The postseason is officially in full swing. Lineups and first pitch coming up next. Back now live as we count down to the start of Game 1. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
Your 2019 Los Angeles Dodgers.
Briefly now, we'll look at the two starters who get the ball here in Game 1. With that, a look at the Cubbies' starting lineup. Dan Plesac, who are you focused on?
Well, Matty, the guy I'm here to see is Big Chris Bryant. He's got great power. I love watching a guy could take the ball to the opposite field or go to dead center field, and that's exactly who he is. BP is impressive, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him launch one in this one.
Clayton Kershaw will do the pitching in front of the hometown crowd here in Game 1. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Well, Clayton Kershaw, he just breathes different air than everybody else. The best pitcher in the game of baseball. Good fastball, good changeup, good cutter, and a terrific curveball. When you think about the Cy Young Award, he's always in the mix. He's good, he's strong, he's left-handed, and he's quite simply one of the greatest pitchers of all time.
Hey, let's take a look at the Dodgers on defense. The guy I want to spot shadow today is Cody Bellinger. Versatility is his game. The bat plays no matter where he hits in a lineup, but a guy who can play Gold Glove first base and move to the outfield.
This is pulled into right, and he'll lay out to make a spectacular catch. Wow. Now at the plate, number 12. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Drilled to the right side. Baez fields it cleanly. Throw gets him. 2 down. Stepping in, number 12. And they're runners at the corners now. Now the first pitch here from Lester. There's a drive out toward the gap in left center.
You're going.
1 run scores. Here's a second runner around third. The tag, and he's in there as the lead swells to 7-0.
No mistake what he was sitting on, looking for a dead red piece of cheese middle of the plate, and he didn't miss it.
That'll bring in Austin Barnes. It was a walk in his last trip.
Austin Barnes.
A 1 pitch on its way. This is on the ground over to first, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a man left. We played 4 full. It's the Dodgers 7 and the Cubs nothing. Striding in once again, Addison Russell. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Line drive to left. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Dan, how hard is it to massage your way through such a deep lineup? I mean, even the 8, 9-hole hitters are solid big league players.
You know, Mark, these days,
Ready for another shot now, Chris Bryant. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
This guy has been unbelievable. There were billboards outside Wrigley while he was still in AAA, and what does he do when he shows up? Rookie of the Year, MVP. I mean, get in line.
The 1-2. Belted high in the air out to left. A leap, but he won't get it. It's off the wall. And he is into third with a 2-out triple.
And that's the chance you take when you lay out for a ball like that. You make the play and you're a hero on the highlight shows. You miss it and you're picking yourself up and chasing after it.
Digging in once again, number 12. He drove in 2 runs on a double in his last at-bat. Here comes the first pitch. Squared that one up just a little late. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Back goes Hayward to the track. And he makes a nice catch on the track.
Leading off for the Cubs, the catcher, number 40, Wilson Contreras.
The 1-1 home. Now a ball lined toward the gap in left center. And this is into the alley and ought to be good for extra bases.
Relay. Cut hole.
And the Cubs could be onto something here. It's a leadoff double.
He just tattoos this ball right here.
Digging in to try it again, number 12. He's 1 for 4 for the game. Here's the first pitch to him. And he fouls this one off. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on.
It seemed like everyone had a hand in this win, and that's usually the case when you win a game by 8 runs. Feels good to dominate a game like that.
Well, this one pretty much over before it started as we give you a final look at the line score here in what turned out to be a blowout victory. Well, heroes are made in the postseason, and he was at least the hero in this one. He's our top player of the game.
And obviously, every game is so important in the postseason. So when you come to play like he did and make a big difference for your team, it's something that won't be forgotten.
We are under the bright lights tonight as MLB Network welcomes you to this presentation of Major League Baseball. It's Game 2 of the NLDS between the Chicago Cubs and the Los Angeles Dodgers. Game 2 of the NL Division Series is next. Alex Wood is on the mound for Game 2. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Well, Matt, if Alex don't light your fire, you're working with wet wood. This is one of the top young left-handed pitchers in the game of baseball. Sneaky, quick, funky arm angle, 90.
Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your Los Angeles Dodgers.
With that, a look at the Cubbies' starting lineup. What's this club going to need to focus on this evening, Mark?
Well, Matt, this goes for both lineups. They know they're dealing with a tough test in a pitcher's park, but they can't let that bother them too bad, or they'll walk out of here a 3-4 game set, 0 for 12, 0 for 15. They have to find a way to stay within themselves, line drive approach. One will carry out of here if they get it. Hey, let's take a look at the Dodgers on defense. And let's focus our attention on outfielder Carlos Gonzalez, better referred to as Cargo. One of the sweetest players in our game. Just put on this earth to play baseball the way his body moves. One of the best defenders in our sport. Makes the game look super easy.
The next Cub up, Ian Happ. He'll get us started in the top of the second.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
And this ball's pretty well struck high and deep to left field. And it's gone.
Hey, listen, there's an old adage in baseball that solo home runs won't kill you. This is one of the top hitters in that lineup. So a home run, a solo home run.
Here's Jason Hayward now. He scored a run after stroking a double in his first at-bat.
Jason Hayward.
Wood into the windup. Here he comes 0-1. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. And it would have been trouble, but a great job there to pull this one in on the dead run. And that. Standing in, number 12. He stands in for the first time in this one.
Number 12.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Hit hard on the ground to the right. There's Baez. Throw on to first, gets him, and the side is retired. And now here's the versatile outfielder Albert Almora Jr. Lifetime history with Alex Wood. He's hitless in 3 at-bats.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing.
Here's Addison Russell, and we'll see what he can do here. 2 on, 2 away, 2 home so far this inning. Popped him up. Seager onto the grass, and that ends the inning. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no error. At the plate, number 12. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Line towards center field. Catch is made. Here comes the runner from third. The runner from third comes across to score as they try and chip away at the deficit. Ready once again, Yu Darvish getting the hit for himself here, largely due to the big cushion he's got to work with. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Left fielder has a beat on it. Makes the play, 1 away. Stepping into the box, Albert Almora. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. 0-1 count, and the pitch. On the ground to the left side. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Next up for Los Angeles, number 12. He hit a sac fly earlier. First pitch on its way. That's lifted the other way out to left. Happ on the move. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire. Now to the plate, Addison Russell. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Under it is the left fielder. 1 away.
No runner, no runner. Caught hold.
Now batting, the center fielder, Malik Smith.
This is line to left. And that's in there. Base hit.
Sometimes you just got to trust your hands. That pitch probably wasn't even in the zone, and he was able to fight it off for a base hit.
Into the box now, Albert Almora, struggling so far in this one and looking to erase his 0 for 4 ball game right here. A swing, and he pops him up on the infield, and the infield fly rule will be in effect here. Now at the plate, number 12. He's got an RBI despite an 0 for 2 effort to this point. First pitch coming. Here it is. Pulled toward right center field. Almora is going to have room out there as he puts this away. A nighttime shot of the sprawling city of Los Angeles. We're back on MLB Network. Digging in, Chris Bryant. He's 2 for 4 in the ball game. In the air now out to left field. And the leadoff man retired here to kick off the ninth. Settling in now, Wilson Contreras. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Smoked on the ground left side. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit. So the top of the ninth keeps it rolling as he comes through with 2 away.
He looked a little bit out in front.
Well, maybe a little bit of a problem is they had to wind up going to that bullpen quite a bit. 5 pitchers are going to combine to finish this one to get the win.
Well, heroes are made in the postseason, and he was at least the hero in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, no time like the postseason to come through and lift your team to victory. He was certainly a big factor here, and it was pretty cool to see.
8-4 tonight. The Chicago Cubs even up this division series at 1 game apiece. MLB Network's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. It's Game 3 of the National League Division Series between the LA Dodgers and the Chicago Cubs. Game 3 of the NLDS next. Jose Quintana will do the pitching in Game 3 of the series. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
You know, Matt, he wasn't all that bad in his last one.
The chance now for the Los Angeles Dodgers starting lineup. Who are you focused on, Dan Plesac?
Well, I know these guys love what Justin Turner brings to their offense. He's an imposing figure with a bat in his hands, always seems to turn in a good at-bat, and he can do a lot of damage when he barrels up the ball.
Leading off for the Dodgers, left fielder, number 12.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. High and deep down the left field line. And that will end up a foul ball. The 0-1. Swing and a drive to right. There it goes. Looking up is Contreras into the bleachers and gone. solo shot to right center. His first homer here in the series, and it gives the Dodgers a 3-1 lead.
I'm sure you know it's coming after that bomb. That's right. Let's check it out on Show Track. And as the numbers come in, we see it was projected at over 450 feet. An incredible home run to watch.
So stepping in, Jason Hayward. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here. The 1-2 pitch. In the air now, out to left. Left fielder is on the move. And now a lunging catch, and he does a full gainer as well, but somehow hangs on for the second out. So with 2 gone now, here's a look at our playoff brackets. And the winner here will earn a date with the Washington Nationals to decide this year's National League crown. In now, number 12. He got a hold of one and went yard in his first appearance in this one.
And hey, it was a breaking ball to boot. This guy's a pretty good off-speed hitter. You could tell by that last at-bat he wasn't fooled at all. He sat back, waited, got the breaking ball, and didn't miss it.
A bouncer to the left side. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit.
Hey, some guys can handle the postseason lights, and this is obviously one of them. Another base hit leading off for the boys. This guy's had a monster postseason so far.
Now a snap move over to first. And he has to dive, but he's back in easily. The 2-1 home is taken, ball 3. In past meetings with Jose Quintana, he's just 2 for 9. 3-1 is our score here in inning number 4. Forsythe with a full 3-2 count.
So far in this game, he's the only guy in the lineup that's gone down on strikes.
Yeah, and he might strike out for a second time right here.
Grounded back up the middle. And a good effort on the dive that time, but this will get by him for a base hit. And he's out on a strong throw. Digging in and looking for more, number 12. He's off to a fast start in this one, 2 for 2, including a home run. Now the first pitch here from Lester. Liner toward right center. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out hit. He'll get it into second. The tag, and he's out going for second. A 1-run is into score. Ready for another chance. Albert Almora, 1 for 2 with a base hit back in the first inning of play. The 1-2. Lifted in the air out to left. Waiting on it, the left fielder. 1 down. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. So digging in now, number 12. It's been a nice game for him. 3 hits, including a homer to this point. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. This is hit high in the air out toward left center.
Waiting on it is Almora.
And that's the first out of the inning. Standing in, number 12. He'll look to keep it going. 3 for 4 so far in the ballgame. He takes it to the opposite field, high and deep to left. Almora going back on it, but he won't get there as it lands just shy of the wall. And he'll pull into second with his 4th hit of the ball game.
Some guys just lay back and watch that first pitch go by no matter what. Work the count, make the pitcher waste a few pitches, but when he serves up a fastball like this on the first pitch, it's hard not to go after it. And that's just what he does. He jumped all over.
Hit on the ground out to short. Russell has it. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first, saves an error.
On paper, this had the makings of a real hard-fought game, but paper and reality, those are 2 different things. They pulled away and never looked back. How about to a tune of a 9-run victory?
One more look at the final line score there to see the great pitching performance that led his guys to the victory. Well, heroes are made in the postseason, and he was at least the hero in this one. He's our top player of the game.
And obviously, every game is so important in the postseason. So when you come to play like he did and make a big difference for your team, it's something that won't be forgotten.
10-1, the final lopsided score in this ball game. Los Angeles have taken a 2-1 series lead. We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of baseball on MLB Network. It's Game 4 of the National League Division Series between the LA Dodgers and the Chicago Cubs. It's Game 4 of the NL Division Series. Next. Drew Smyly is the man on the mound for the 4th game of the series. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, that's Drew Smyly right now, and this guy has a really good arm. Low to mid-90s fast.
The crowd is ready to erupt as their guys get set to take the field. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci. Time now to check out the lineup for the visiting Dodgers. Dero, what's your take on this lineup as they look to lock up the division series?
Matty, you take a look at this lineup. I find myself thinking back to my playing days when I knew I had the ace on the mound. It had to be win day, and when you get in a car to drive to the yard, you tell yourself.
Batting sixth, left fielder, number 12.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Come on, run
Shoots
it out,
this
run
one
it out.
over to first. Onto the bag with it is Rizzo, and the inning is over.
Batting second, center fielder.
The 2-1 home.
Almora.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Racing back the left fielder. Still ranging back. Into the bleachers and gone. So a solo shot here to left center field. His first homer so far in the series. And the Cubs are back to even now with 1 run apiece. Now in the box, Chris Bryant. 0 for 1 here in the early going.
Chris Ryan.
Pulled high in the air out to left field. Left fielder has a beat on it. And that retires the side. 1 left for the Cubs. Our score remains 2-1. Digging in, number 12. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Left fielder, number 12.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. A fastball right down the middle for a strike. And it goes the other way as this is hit high and deep out to straightaway left. And trouble it is. It's down for extra bases. And he is into second base with a leadoff double.
Hey, this guy's having a big series in the postseason. It looks like to me that The moment isn't too big for him. He's slowing the game down. He looks terrific.
Yeah, absolutely. Postseason monster right here, having a huge series. Any big leaguer can have their moment mid-May, but to do it when it gets cold outside means everything.
Second baseman, Logan Forsythe.
Oh, and they pulled the string on a good changeup there as he swings and misses, and he's set down on strikes for the second time tonight. That'll bring in Austin Barnes. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Now the 1-0 is a ball high and inside. Fourth inning of a 2-1 ball game. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Hayward has a read on it. 2 down. And no tag at second. He'll head back there with 2 away now. So here now is the pitcher, Julio Urias. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. As he arrives at second without a play, as also on the play, a run comes across to score.
That's how quickly things can change in this crazy game. The pitcher was upset about the call on the previous pitch, which could have been strike 3. Then he serves up one for a double. Good example of why you have.
Stepping in, number 12. 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Popped him up. Contreras is over to take a look, and no one can get there. It's a foul ball. Now Lester's 0-1. Fastball called for strike 2. 6 runs, 8 hits, and 2 errors thus far on the Dodger line score. On the ground and right at the shifted infielders. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Leading off for the Cubs, catcher, Victor Caratini.
There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field, and that's going to be off the ivy-covered wall. And the Cubs could be onto something here. It's a leadoff double.
Well, one thing's for certain.
Coming to the plate now, number 12, and he'll get us started in what's officially the back third of this one. Here's the first pitch to him. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. Oh, 1, here's the pitch. And right into the shift. But this will wind up a foul ball, strike 2. Oh, and 2, here it is. Hard liner to center field. Almora is right there, 1 down. Into the box, number 12. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Happ moves over. And that's the 3rd out. So in now for Chicago, Chris Bryant. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. High and deep to left. This one's got plenty of distance. And gone into the right field bleachers.
Well, how do you beat the shift? You hit it over the shift, of course.
Here's Addison Russell. He'll be the first to bat here in the inning with his guys in need of some 9th inning magic if they're going to force a game 5. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Number 12 is there, 1 away. At the plate, Albert Almora. And their season hangs in the balance here as they're down to their final out. The 0-1. This is well struck. High and deep toward the left field corner. And this will find its way out near the 355 sign. He's in at second safely as a run will score on the play as well.
Never say never in this game, folks. It's late and the clock is ticking, but that RBI double might start making believers out of the entire dugout. We'll see if they can build on it and maybe get back into this thing. Well, my advice to them is to enjoy this moment, celebrate with teammates, and then realize that none of it will matter if they don't get back to work in the NLCS. They've wet their beaks with this postseason success. Now they want some more.
Well, the lineup was clicking for him in this contest, and the man you see there was a major contributor. For that, he's the top player of the game.
Well, when your one hit of the game is a home run, and it ends up being a really critical one, you have to feel pretty good. It wasn't a huge day on the stat sheet, but it led his team to a win, and that's all you can hope for as a player.
For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our hard-working crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been the National League Division Series.